Courtney? Oh,
Yeah,
bet.
you the Beyonce. Like, you are Beyonce.
I'll be Michelle.
I'm Beyonce? You Michelle?
I'll say Michelle.
You do sing gospel.
You know, because you know what I mean? That means
You
I get to
love God.
I come back when y'all just in y'all gone from the audience for mad long. I come back in. Oh, they gone? When Jesus said yes.
No, that's a classic.
That's a clean classic.
Yo,
that's a classic.
Look at your church people. You church goers.
Don't make fun of us.
I don't know, man.
What?
Court might be LaToya Luckett.
Nah,
that's
Court
OD.
is Michelle.
Ableton is a
OD.
LaToya Luckett dog.
Damn. We not LaToya Luckett. We Michelle. Why you
Why
gotta
does that
finesse
sound
me?
mad
Like, damn.
weird?
Nah, Michelle.
That's a
Michelle?
LaToya Luckett dog.
So you're LaToya Luckett of DWs is Ableton?
No,
I
we're
gotta
not
be
doing
Michelle.
that.
I gotta
We're
be
not doing that. I love
I'll be
LaToya.
Michelle.
I had a crush on LaToya.
Pro Tools is Beyonce. Let's be honest.
Oh, I mean,
Y'all are Kelly Rowland. FL Studios
we're
Kelly.
not.
Nah, Kelly Rowland is Logic.
go.
Kelly Rowland is Logic.
What?
Yes, it is. Because she got hits. We all no one doesn't like Kelly Rowland. Everyone loves
FL
Kelly Rowland.
is
SFL.
Alicia Keys.
What is this?
We
for
just
the
left
Destiny's
Destiny's Child. FL is Alicia Keys.
Okay, so
No,
going
it is
into-
not.
If you're beyond, then you're Alicia Keys.
So
Pro
who's
Tools is
your,
Alicia Keys.
okay.
And I'm Beyonce.
No.
NFL's Beyonce.
FL's
So then
not
who's your-
Beyonce.
Don't forget that Beyonce was the new kid on the block when Alicia Keys came out. Remember, they had a tour together, the Verizon's Ladies First one, and Alicia was on her second album. Beyonce just came out with Crazy in Love and her first project.
No way. Y'all are a rapper. Y'all
So
not. I
Beyonce
can't
as a
even
solo
put y'all
artist
as that.
is a rapper.
So-
Y'all are a rapper.
We're Blueface.
So
I ain't say that. I said a
I
female
gotta-
rapper of that time.
So who's your
Woman rapper.
who's your Swiss Beats?
Of what?
If you're Alicia Keys,
We are all over the place with this.
I used to know
It's a
though
wild
because
one.
I know my mind. That's where my mind
Swiss
went.
Beats, I'm automatically going to FL Studio.
If we had to compare,
Damn.
if
So
we
it
had
has
to compare,
be, so it's the Pro
that's
Tools
even better.
FL
Let's compare
package?
producers and DAWs.
Okay, producers and DAWs.
I wanna
This
be
is so
the-
easy.
I want to be the Neptunes. Let's do
Neptunes
2000s.
is-
Let's do 2000s.
The Neptunes. Okay, the Neptunes is Logic, bro.
They
No, it's
did.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
I'm
not.
about to say,
Yes, it is.
didn't they work?
If
on
anything,
Yes.
the Neptunes is Pro
I'm about to
Tools, if
say.
we're being honest.
No, Neptune's not Pro Tools.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
43% of the Hot 100
I
is
want to
Pro
hear
Tools.
this. I'm out of this conversation. I want
I
to hear
don't
this.
think that no, you're in this and you're scared.
he said you gotta
Pro
make a
Tools-
choice.
No. Logic would be the Neptunes because it was the most balanced
Okay.
of
I see
the
that.
music.
I see
Because
that.
they did R&B, they did hip hop, they did pop records. They did.
There's
It was the
something
most
to
balanced.
I want to be Max Martin, but in reality, where Scott starts. Where Scott starts.
Who's Scott Storch?
FL.
I agree with you.
FL
For
is Scott
sure.
Storch.
I'll give you Scott.
Storch. I just hear it
I'll
on
give you Scott
everybody's.
Storch. Who the hell is Ableton?
Manny Fresh.
I knew you was gonna say Manny Fresh. I was like, say it. Say Manny.
Manny Fresh.
Y'all are Manny Fresh?
Manny
I
Fresh.
bet you that.
No,
Manny
no,
Fresh.
they're
Who?
what's his name?
Manny Fresh is-
Rich Harrison.
He's dope.
They're Rich Harrison.
We're Rich Harrison.
Maybe.
Okay.
People don't name a song because a lot of people might not know.
Deja
Rich.
Vu.
Yeah.
Rich Harrison did
A lot of
one
Nah.
thing. Did high drum
a
ones?
lot of- yeah,
Nah.
Oh, you can be Just Blaze.
Nah. Can I be someone else?
Ableton-
Can I be someone else?
What?
Cause you see how we had what was made in Ableton? The weird tracks is made in Ableton. What's that Doja song? Dun 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 dun. Kiss Me More.
Kiss Me More? Okay.
Weird stuff like that. I say we're the Calvin Harris.
Bro, we're in 2000.
Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot.
My boy went to the
I was
future.
out.
Pro Tools
future.
is
Manny Fresh. is good.
Kanye West.
I was waiting to see who was gonna say if it was Kanye.
Pro Tools might be Kanye West.
I wanted to wait before to see which one y'all was gonna say. FL or Pro
Ableton
Tools.
is J. Cole.
Whoa.
2000, bro.
Oh, I'm a producer. J. Cole's a
2000.
producer.
Hey, when did J. Cole come out?
His first album was 2010.
I knew it was 2010.
And Cole produced in FL too, right?
No,
I feel like he produced in FL.
Logic. He's a Logic.
He's a Logic user?
He produced in Logic. That's
Dude, there's
dope.
footage of him using Logic. I don't know if he's
Wait,
a Logic
so he's a Logic user.
But he has a PC. T minus like he has a big ass PC. Like
J. Cole can't have both? Like, I
No,
have
but
both.
no, because I'm thinking
I'm like,
about
so
it.
you think J. Cole
But like,
ain't got a Mac?
what's the story there? So at home, he's cooking up No Shame and Logic, but when he's on the road, when he's on the go, nah.
I think it's whatever he feels like.
It's love. It's all love.
sure
It's all love.
he has
It's
a
all
Mac
love.
that you
It's
didn't
all
see.
love.
100%.
I'm
Bro, this
1,000%
man
sure.
is okay. We got to pull up the T minus interview, but this man pulls out a dinosaur laptop, Windows
Who's
laptop.
Ryan Leslie?
Who is Ryan Leslie? Ooh.
Studio One.
That's a good one because I wanted to give him
it's
respect.
It's a knock. It's not a knock. No, Studio One can create.
Okay.
It just doesn't get.
It
it
can
just doesn't
create.
get the respect it deserves.
It doesn't get the
Ryan
respect.
Leslie doesn't get the respect he
For
deserves.
sure.
That's true.
Ooh, that's
true.
good. This is good.
And we gotta show love to the Studio One people because they say we don't bring you up enough. You're absolutely right.
We love y'all.
We don't, and I
I
know a
would
lot of
use-
producers.
I would use Studio One way before I would use Ableton.
I
I don't know about that.
That's OD.
If here's how I would use DWs:
I'm not
Pro
gonna-
Tools, then if production. Pro Tools, then FL Studio. I'm gonna be honest. If I had to pick one, I'm picking FL Studio.
Mine is FL, Logic, then Machine.
Oh,
FL, Logic, then
Machine
Machine.
it. I'm not going back to
Machine
Logic.
is nice. Oh my god.
I can go back to Logic.
I sat in the studio. This is a light flex a little bit.
Okay.
I was in the studio with Ninth Wonder.
Okay.
And I seen him crank out. He has a beat tape dropping Friday. This is gonna date the episode.
Yes,
Doesn't
thank you
matter.
very much. It's
He has
okay.
a beat tape dropping this Friday,
Be on the lookout.
and he was working on it on Monday, and he finished it on Monday.
Oh. Well,
Wow.
we seen
It was the
Wow.
next, like,
Well,
The
we've
whole
seen
joint.
Ninth Wonder produce 3 songs in,
In, like, 30
minutes. We've seen him do this.
But it's like, yo, Machine's
He's a genius,
workflow.
though.
Machine's workflow is amazing.
It's
I
amazing?
had an amazing Adobe Audition joke that I refuse to say.
What is it?
No, I'm not gonna say it. For the producer,
Who are they?
No, I am scared. I'm
Who
sorry.
are they?
It's bad.
I'm not gonna do it.
If he's scared, it's bad.
Who are they?
Yeah, facts. So, Leavens,
want to
LJ.
know.
Sorry, let me introduce this podcast. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Devvon Terrell. Welcome to the My Audio Nerds podcast, the podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure you rate us on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify Podcasts. It really, really helps a lot. We need it. Keep sharing it, and we're growing so fast, and we just want to keep growing with the community. To the left of me,
Hey man, now I'm not gonna do it again. What's poppin'? LJ, FL Guru, the FL God,
Okay.
the FL Prince, the FL, the Fruity Loop, bro. Pause.
I'm Devvon Terrell. I'm a Pro Tools user. Very humble people. We're very
you a Pro
honest.
Tool?
We're very honest. We keep it real, and we just know who we are as people.
Are you a Pro Tool?
To the right of me,
It's your boy, the Afro Samurai, the Ableton negotiator, Courtney Taylor.
the
Are you
able to
able
negotiate.
10?
Are you able 10? Are you
No,
10
I
toes
was
down
just-
when you're able? There's a
you,
bar.
Are you 10 toes down when you're
able?
Ooh.
Are you 10 toes down? Are you
And I got
able
one studio
10?
where I use Studio One. Come on.
That's nasty. That was nasty. Make one for Fruity Loop. What's FL?
If the loops is fruity, you best believe I'm gonna get the booty. Nah, we not doing that.
Nothing.
If the loops is fruity, you best believe
Don't let
I'm
me
gonna
pull
get.
out my FL, take it to the studio where we.
Oh, okay.
Don't make me pull out the
The Fruit
FL on the
Loops.
DL before you get hit
Key-
with the
key
barrel.
L, key L.
Yeah, I'm a cereal killer, Fruity Loop, Fruit Loops, Kellogg's,
We freestyling our spare
chicken
time.
wings, Popeyes, sandwiches.
We freestyling our spare
All
time.
right, we're destroying this. All right, what is no? He just showed me something on the screen and I said no. You lucky he don't got the HDMI. Thank God, because that would have been bad. Cam could have just
That was
went
my
right to it.
comparison.
Oh, go ahead, do your thing.
No.
Whatever you
All
want.
right, so
give me a comparison. Give
you know
me my
what? Today
one
we're not
gotta
going to do a comparison.
Okay, what you
I
want to
saw a
do?
question in my DMs. Shout out to the person. They wanted to stay anonymous.
Okay.
Who do we think have the best producer tags?
Ooh,
Period.
the best
Like, in the
producer
game.
tag.
I have my two.
I feel like y'all gonna hate my answer
Why?
because it's a
I
tired
think
answer.
you're going to steal my answer.
It's a
It's a
tired
good
answer.
DraftKings episode. Sidebar.
Keep it.
Facts.
Keep that in mind. New content coming.
Facts. But who wants to go first?
I want to go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got mine. I don't think you can come up with two people with better tags than Pharrell, well, the Neptunes,
Hard.
and Cardiac.
Hard.
Yeah, that heart.
Cardiac,
that heart thing. Who got another one? Who got a good one?
Elgene.
Go next.
You have a really
That's
good
yeah.
tag.
Elgene definitely
Take
has
your
a
time.
fire
Take
tag.
your time.
Shout out.
He says you're not in
No,
this
you go
No,
conversation.
next.
no.
You go
You go.
next.
No, you go.
All right, fine.
No, you go.
So
I want to ponder.
Mafia.
mine's a little bit old school. Mine's a little bit classic. It might be a little bit tired, but I honestly, both with the story of how the tag was made and just how it plays over every beat this man's done, y'all can't tell me that DJ Mustard does not have
I
the hard.
knew you was.
Mustard on
I
it.
felt like
That's
you was gonna say
hard.
mustard.
That's a good one.
It's
a
hard.
really good one.
YG's debut album
But I will
And it
say
hasn't aged.
at all.
it feels good still. Mustard on that beat. Oh, like that still feels good. You know what tag? All right. You know what tag used to get me hype, bro?
Jalil Beats. Holla at me.
That was a hard. That was hard.
But you know what it is?
What?
It got stained. Because if I hear another record with that, once I hear that tag, I'm thinking that beat.
Oh, you think it hot?
I'm thinking hot dude. I'm thinking hot
Or
dude.
Look at us being PC. Hot
you know what
dude.
else? You know what other tag got stained?
What?
Uh,
Bobby Shmurda. What?
no. The K-Cat record. Renegade.
That was a tag?
That's a tag.
That tag is hard.
He lost
but he
that.
can't-
It's that beat.
Because you put that, wow, that tag was hard. Renegade.
You know what was a
Renegade.
classic?
Who's the producer?
What was it? Renegade.
Renegade.
Breezy
Yeah.
Renegade.
Wow.
But who's your
Oh,
Yeah, who
you got
is
your
yours?
Oh, man.
Ether boy.
No, that's not mine.
That's hard.
That is hard, though.
That's a good
When
one,
you
though.
hear that, it was
That
good.
was a
Damn,
dope
I
one.
had one. You know what one used to give me hype? It's not my top, but one that used to give me hype? Metro Boomin, bro.
Metro.
His
Which one?
one, Metro Boomin, want some more. Yo,
Yeah, that one was hard.
Metro Boomin, want some
You
more.
heard
And
A
then he had
Boogie's?
21.
You heard A Boogie's? It was a meme. The
A
A Boogie
Boogie's?
version. Metro Boomin, make it boom, make it boom.
That was a tag?
We
Yeah.
killed A Boogie.
That was a
for that.
tag?
He did that. He said that on the record, and we killed him for it.
You know,
Metro Boomin, make it boom,
Make it boom.
make it boom.
It was weird.
I
It
didn't
was
know
mad
that.
weird. Mad producers have
It was
been
horny.
doing that more creatively nowadays. Jetson Made It did that with
I like Jetson.
the Adam Levine song with Jack Harlow. At the end of it, they had a choir. It was like
Jetson made another one.
oh no, Jetson made another one. I was like, that's
he got
fire.
creative with it?
That's
okay,
fire.
okay. You know whose tag I like too, but it didn't have a long run that I wanted?
Who?
Yo, Pierre, come outside.
Yeah,
Pierre
that's how-
Bourne. Pierre Bourne that was a good moment.
I like the new selection.
Oh, Brian
That's-
Leslie?
Yeah.
Hot.
I was like, oh, this is about to slap.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna hear some chords.
It's not really a tag, but what I will say for producers
That's
is
hard.
back in the 90s and 2000s,
Uh-huh.
the power of having someone say your name was a big deal. When Jay-Z said Ninth Wonder, oh my gosh.
Oh, yo, that was
Facts.
what stapled
Ninth
producers.
Snake, yeah.
Well, the
Knife
especially.
always says it. He said he went to the bathroom and cried after that.
That's what's up.
Wow.
That's what's
Y'all
up.
must have 9 lives. Ninth Wonder.
Wow. I will say that is how I knew those producers
Yeah.
was like Just Blaze. Nah.
Just Blaze.
Just Blaze
Just
got a hard
Blaze?
one. I forgot. Just
was
Blaze.
That was hard. That was hard. That was mad hard.
That was a
mad hard.
wild thing we just said, but that is the
Who
lyrics.
else?
It's not what we condone.
Honestly, can I be honest?
What?
Anybody could say your name, but there was 2 people.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, 1.5 people, but I'm gonna say 2 people.
Uh-huh.
Puffy and Hove. If Puffy or Hove said your name,
That's
it
true.
was a rap.
So for me,
Hitmaker has a good one too, by the way.
Hitmaker does have a good one.
Hitmaker.
Yo, what was the Kaizi? Like there's a bunch. Like when Hove said your name, just I got him on this one, or
Yeah.
the Timbo,
Guru.
you could go ahead and dust your shoulders off. I got you. Stuff like that.
It meant to lots of producers like
Yeah.
that. I feel like I feel like we still do that as rappers. I still hear them
Small,
mention it
yeah.
small, but
Yeah.
they only mention in the big ones.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
I definitely miss when Sean Paul used to do that. That used to be my favorite shit.
What do you-
when
what do you
Sean
think?
Paul used to call out just different artists or the producers, like on
DJ.
the joint from Step Up. I thought he was really joking when he was
Are
like,
you watching?
I can't remember the song. I can't
This
remember the
song,
song. His big song with Keisha Cole.
Sean Paul has a big song with Keisha Cole.
Yeah, from you looking at me, I am this is how you want me. When
they
they gonna
wanna
give it up to
That
me.
joint?
DJ
I thought, when he was like
Selector.
Keisha Cole and Don Corleone, I was
Yeah,
like,
and
is
Don
he joking?
Corleone.
That was really the producer's
Yeah, yeah.
name. I was
He
like,
did.
this,
You know what
this
would
dude's
make
name
me
is Don
sick?
Corleone.
He did.
If somebody shouted out a producer that did not produce the beat, like imagine I made a
That
beat
would be OD.
and Timbaland just happened to be in the studio,
Right.
I'd be sick.
And
to
shot
my
him out.
stomach.
Well, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. This was
That's happened?
like
No way.
behind closed doors.
way you about
with
to tell me this
labels.
happened.
Sometimes a label would approach a popular producer and be like, "Give us your tag. We'll pay you for your tag for this beat." I've heard that. I'm not saying that's true. It's just
I was about to
conspiracy
ask a
theory.
very rude
but I've
question.
heard that, and I don't see why not. If I give you 20 racks just to throw your tag on my fucking thing, are you
Yeah.
not gonna do it?
Yes, no, I'm doing it.
Yes.
Especially if it's a hit.
If
now
it's a
I
hit.
get credit for it.
Exactly.
That's true.
Another voice I'll give you. Dang, voices are important. Like
For sure.
The
Yeah.
familiarity is so important.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, drama. I
Oh.
would do anything to have just drama, just yell on my record for no reason.
Who
Fire.
Kid? See now, DJs had
Yeah.
of that moment. Clue,
sure.
what was Clue? Clue Banana. It was Clue.
Flex not really there, but
Oh,
when
but
Flex,
that bomb?
when Flex, New York City. If there's a corner store open on the corner, you go in there, you take all the money out the register. Their money is your money.
Funk Master Flex
Is a
has
gold.
one of the most iconic sound effects in the world. That bomb
Ooh, nah.
is I just warning.
Nah, and that's true.
Who's that warning? Drama King. Warning.
Yeah.
The Drama King is in the
R.I.P.,
building.
R.I.P. Drama King.
That was
But if we-
Drama King facts.
But if we talking
Don
sound effects,
DeMarco. Shout
that's
out
true
Don
too.
DeMarco.
Oh,
That's true too.
DeMarco.
But if we talking sound effects, and it leaves DJs and producers a little bit, but I think one of the dopest music makers that has a sound effect tag, Wayne. A lighter flick is the most like,
That's
and everyone knows.
I did something recently and everybody kept saying that, that sounded like the Wayne thing.
Lighter-
Was it my Living Weirdo freestyle that I dropped? Everybody kept saying, yo, that's like the Lil Wayne. Oh, oh, the Oh, the
Excuse. Oh my
Oh, you know what other
Little
sound
Wayne
effect
can
is
do
hard?
that.
I love this convo. You
What's
know what
dope?
other sound effect is hard?
What's up?
That's
Oh
Neptune's,
my
bro.
God, that Neptune
That
sound?
is
I think-
fire.
I
That's
think
the
that-
most barred sound effect.
Yeah.
Like when Jay said it, when Lil Bow Wow said, like,
They would put it in the bar. They were like, got you blinging like
Like
the
the
Neptune
Neptune
sound. Boom, boom. Okay,
Hard.
hot ho, bro. I think Neptune's has. It's on the level of like the cardiac sound effect,
Yeah.
where it fits in the music.
So
and I
much,
think
yeah.
that I would, as a producer, I would prefer to have maybe a sound effect that is so that it's like
Synonymous.
Oh, that's that sound I hear on all little songs. Oh, that must be a producer.
Like the Nextel trip.
But I think that it helps a lot more to have a vocal because
or a name.
or
at least,
name
yeah.
because I feel like most people are going to probably they be like, oh, that's blah blah blah, as opposed to a lot of people might not. The average
People
person
don't
might not
know
know it's cardiac.
cardiac. Yeah.
The average person might not know it's cardiac.
They might just
so.
recognize,
right.
oh, people just like the.
The
Same
swag-
with the mustard. It could have been the Haze could have been that for mustard.
Maybach music.
Maybach music.
Oh my gosh.
You know the story about that tag?
Yeah, it was a
It
clip
was a
with shorty,
girl
Yeah.
in the studio.
Sometimes he puts the whole clip in the Stardust song.
Yes, I like this.
I
I like this music.
Maybach music.
Maybach music.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And I heard that. Well, I don't know
Fire.
if this is true, and I don't want to. I want to
It
say
was a- it was a
allegedly.
lawsuit.
But there was
It
a
was a
lawsuit
lawsuit,
that she filed trying to get. Man, if she won that
She would've
lawsuit,
been-
she would have been.
She'd have won.
She would have set the precedent for every shorty from a hood that got
Facts.
a voicemail.
vocals
Yeah.
on somebody what
On
you
someone's
call
track.
it.
It'd been over.
Mixtapes.com.
That era, yeah, if you're old enough to know the LimeWire,
Thatpiff.com.
oh my! If you
Damn,
downloaded
son,
an MP3
weird
illegally, you was gonna get tags all
Off the
over
ass.
the
That's just
whole
crazy.
record.
I remember when I started, and producers, this is a tip from a producer that has
Okay.
learned. Don't tag the hell out of your beats. I know you don't want people to steal your beats. Guess what?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Look,
Yeah.
if I'm a rapper, I'm in a studio, I'm kind of lit, kind of high. If I turn on your beat, and I hear that Curtis King, why didn't you pay for this beat though? All over your beat.
He does that?
I'm not, yes.
Yeah.
He's the one who made that. Why didn't you pay for this beat though? Bro, I will delete your beat. Like,
That is hard. Nah, that's hard.
I'm not putting, no, but if I'm
That's
in a,
hard.
Yeah,
But I get
if-
what you're saying.
Think,
I get
always
it.
think about, yo, if you're sending Drake this beat, and Drake hears, why didn't you pay for this beat though? You think Drake is gonna say, he's right. What's his cash out? No.
You're right. Let me pay
That
a
was
pilot
such
real
a
quick.
good point.
Yeah.
I
That's a great
respected it.
point. That's a great point.
I do think we live in an era where putting your tag in one spot is cool.
Yeah.
And if someone takes your beat, meaning they put it up for sale, you just have to get it pulled down. And it's not hard. It's not hard
It's not
to
difficult.
report a song and get it pulled down these days. I think that doing that does mess my vibe up. Because there was times, I'll be honest with you, back in the day, broke as hell. Remember that tag that would go, purchase this track? Remember that?
It was
literally-
singing all over Harmony.
No. The song was called Purchase This.
I remember it.
Yo, anyway, I will go purchase this right now. Then the tag purchase this right now. Yo, and it was hard. Like I'm like, she got me
That's
in
what's
the
up.
she got me in the mall. Like purchase this right now.
Yeah,
That's
to
what's
be
up.
honest,
I've done
yeah,
that.
I feel you. To be honest, it's like, yeah, don't. To be
Don't
honest,
ruin the vibe.
We're
Yeah,
doubling
ruin
up
the
on
vibe.
tags now, and it feels good.
I like it.
Like we make it work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
throw my tag in the middle. You'll be fine. As a
Yeah.
producer, don't worry because if the record gets big,
right.
just ask for your piece
Can I?
or
and-
lawyer up.
right.
You'll be fine. Like
You'll be fine.
email it to yourself. That's a broke man's copyright.
Also,
Real
too,
talk.
just to prove the timing of when it did,
Yeah.
and you have your sessions are submissible in court because they're
That's facts.
timestamped. I tell people this too. That's why I don't really worry about copyrights and stuff so much because I can prove that I made it. Even a little video of you just bang bang. This was done on this day. I had something so powerful I wanted to bring to you, and I've totally forgot. But anyway,
to remember it real quick, if you feel like, first of all, if it's on your radar, chances are the record is kind of big.
Okay.
If the record's
Yeah.
kind of big, let it bubble up.
For sure.
Not for a
Without
lawsuit
doubt.
purpose. Just reach out and say, yo, this my beat. Just give me a piece. Why? Because if the record is a hit, if you go too quick to legal route or too quick to take it down,
yeah.
you're taking away marketing money, and that record could pop and be your pop.
There
Yep,
is
that is
some
true.
potential there, but I know a lot of producers would argue, no, this is the way you do business. You're absolutely right. I'm speaking more to the producer that's up and coming. And if you see a record of yours bubbling, you can get yours,
be
bro.
fine.
Trust me. In a
Don't be
court of
scared,
law,
man.
you're gonna be fine. I had a producer, and this is where I feel like a lot of producers were failing me personally. Where I had a kid and I was like, oh, send me some beats. He sends me beats, or I think he was like, nah, you gotta buy him.
You gotta buy a beat pack.
And I was like, bro, I don't know what's in it. And I said, and then he was giving me snippets. I was like, no.
You know why I love those producers?
Give me the beat, bro. Like I'm not, yo, bro, I'm not gonna steal it. And I understand that you're going, that you've been through traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what I always tell him is, I'm an artist. I don't really want to buy a beat until I
make the
song and decide, oh, I do like it. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just my artist standpoint, but I'm a producer too as well. So I'm not saying that's the way you should do it, but I am saying from a perspective like, hey, this has worked for me with getting stuff placed with producers much easier. When they send me the beat, no problem. I do my thing, then I'm like, yo, I want to buy it. I love the song. You know what I mean?
I absolutely love those producers.
Yeah.
Because they just give me a better chance of getting placed.
That too.
No
Facts.
artist is gonna pay for. Well, I'm not gonna say no artist.
A lot of them.
A lot of artists, especially independent artists, they cut the because think of how many records he has that hasn't come out. Do you think he paid for all of those beats?
That's very true. And guess what? You're free. I don't put it out. I'm respectful. You're free
Shop
to
your
sell
record
it
everywhere.
Yeah, shop it. Don't
if
hold
I
it
lose
on me.
it, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
If you lost it, you lost it. You took too long.
I've been through that numerous times on every damn album. There's be that one song. You know how many beats that we have an original to that is like, damn,
Big
bro,
now.
we lost that. Yeah, it's like, damn, we had to remake it. And I'm glad I never let nobody hear the original because I always love the original better. There's only like 2 songs where the new version, I was like, woo, this new version way better.
Yeah.
And that's it. Let's switch gears. So the topic that I wanted to bring to you guys today was something that's been on my mind a lot and something that technology-wise I feel like is being sold to us a lot, like spoon-fed. Are headphones soon to replace speakers, studio monitors? Do you think that headphone technology is starting to get to a place where they are replacing studio monitors or speakers?
Are we talking pro audio? Because have you ever seen a party of just AirPods? Of course, speakers are always going to be around. But I don't think so. But I feel like if we're more specific for the mixing application, because I know the thing is you should mix in
Monitors.
That's
That's the general traditional rule. Yeah.
It's the rule
the
of thumb.
rules are being
Are meant to
broken
be
every day.
broken. So I'll say this. I think when it comes to speakers, I think there's something from a stereo image standpoint that it gives me that I'm just so married to that place. I'm not the biggest headphone guy. I will say if I was to mix in headphones, I'm going to go, and you and I talk about this a lot, I'm going to go to open back headphones, which a lot of people are not too privy to, but open back headphones are the only headphones that I've heard that have an image that I can actually feel and see. Like as opposed to the closed back headphones where it just feels like everything is bang.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it just feels bang. And then if I try to stereo wide in my headphones, I'll notice my perception is
Not really doing anything.
It's not that great.
Not doing
You know what I mean? Like, and that's it. Because I know you have experience. My bad. I know you have experience with open backs and stuff like that. Like, what is your take on that?
I honestly think so. When it comes to like mixing, for sure. To be
sure
honest,
what?
I'm definitely more so on leaning towards Algene's point.
Of what?
I'm more so
Good, because this is good contrast.
I more so believe that at least as far as mixing is concerned, we're kind of phasing out traditional monitors. I don't think it's going to 100% disappear though, because I think, like you said, when it comes to that image spectrum, one still has to at least understand it. Like for me, like it's different for me, like opening up a session and mixing it like that, or just throwing NX on it and just selecting a room and mixing it. But like I also think about it in the sense of on a normal basis, I walk into a studio like almost every day of the week.
Right.
I'm hearing loud music, sub-frequencies being played in certain rooms.
Right.
Y'all produce around me 25.8.
Right.
I know what certain things in a room should sound like.
Okay.
So from that takeaway, it doesn't bother me to then have to just transition to my headphones, because then I can just be like, approach with that knowledge and be like, okay, this has to sound like this has to sound like this. Because I know, listening to what I've already heard outside, I've heard in the headphones, and I can be like, okay, if this is how it's responding to the room, then this is kind of like the baseline I'm supposed to hit.
Gotcha.
And then anything less or more is up to taste.
Okay. Here's my thing, where I'll play devil's advocate.
Right.
When it comes to headphones, right? I think that majority of people are going to listen to your music on headphones.
Exactly.
Right? Majority of people are going to listen on headphones. Their daily commute, whatever. So I can see where mixing in headphones is like, well, let me mix on the source that people are actually going to hear this stuff on.
That doesn't mean to mix in AirPods.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not done here. In fact, hold your
Also,
horses,
yeah,
bucko.
for sure. Get that understood.
I don't think that means that I should be solely mixing in the source that people are going to hear it.
For sure.
Here's why. I think that the response and the way my ears perceive sound on studio monitors just gives me a fuller picture and more detail as far as, oh, I hear that poking out, I hear this. As opposed to headphones, I just can't get over when I put on headphones how everything feels a little bit
closed.
more collapsed.
Yeah, it's closed.
And so it's kind of harder for me to kind of gauge everything. You know what I mean? Now, granted, when I mix on monitors, I can gauge everything, and I'm trying to translate that into the headphones. That's where my like balance comes from. I reference in my headphones. I don't mix in headphones, but I reference to see where I'm at with my monitors.
If y'all don't know me by now, my whole thing is always to separate the pros from like the super pros. The only reason I say pro is because if you know what the hell a luff is, you're a pro in some sense.
Of course.
Right?
Okay.
So I feel like
Okay.
that is true, but at the same time, let's not forget that some people are starting out. Some people not only are starting out, some people have 5-inch monitors, 6-inch. Some people don't have the capacity, the room.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying, soon Jason Joshua is going to be mixing strictly in headphones.
Gotcha.
No.
Right.
But if I'm in my crib, and even to an effect of your bass, that's a big bass.
Right.
And a lot of attention is drawn to your music, and I know you take your mixes very seriously.
Right.
If you set me over a record to put out, obviously I want that record to sound incredible.
Right.
But I'm not opposed to just, let me throw on these
And clean it up.
what's the Slate? The new Steven Slate?
Oh.
VA,
that's what I'm saying.
VSX?
The
I think.
VSX.
VMR? Oh,
VSX.
their
VSX.
emulation.
Headphones.
Oh, the headphone
I
emulation.
want to
right.
try them out. Shout out
Mix
to
in Mike
Slate.
Dean's car.
You might want to send them over.
Shout out to Slate.
Mike Dean's car, they have AirPods. Like they model very well.
Right.
Apparently, that's what I've heard.
Mike
I can't
Dean's
endorse
car.
it.
I like
Tesla.
that.
Yeah, Tesla. It's a Tesla. Like they have a bunch of studios and everything.
Right.
Yep.
Like,
I've seen the Mike Dean's car.
Yeah.
I've actually, shout out to Leslie Brathwaite. He was the one that kind of got me in a place of maybe I should be mixing in the car. He has an in the car mixing setup that is insane. If you don't know who Leslie Brathwaite, he's done a lot of Cardi B. He's WAP. Like the way that man does low end is I watch him.
Yo,
Full
WAP
sell
hits,
alumni.
bro.
WAP hits. So there's a few records that I'll be like that I have in my reference folder for just bass response. What's the OT Genesis song? Baking soda. I got baking soda.
soda.
That song's low end is wild.
Yo, if I'm being honest, it's not a clean low end. It's a dirty low end, but I love it.
What?
That first card, the Bodak Yellow.
Oh,
boom, 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 boom,
That's
boom, boom.
Leslie. I think that's
That's
Leslie.
Leslie.
That shit,
Bro, I think that's Leslie. That and
He did one of Uzi's joints. I don't know if it was the one with Nicki or if it was
he did Neon Guts. I think
did Neon Guts.
He did Neon
Now,
Guts
what's
too.
scary is if you're mixing in headphones. Well, sometimes mixing in headphones might be better than your alternative, which is mixing in two KRKs that are 4 inches.
In a
Right.
bad room.
You know what I mean?
So,
in a bad room,
so,
but
yeah.
like low end shit like that, you can't really get that response from your car or from your AirPods. If we're being honest,
Necessarily. Yeah, you're not gonna get that.
Because when you go to that club or when you go for that live show and your low end sound
That sounds small.
basura,
And the whole club feel. Even you're gonna be like,
you're gonna be
huh?
like, oh, this not hitting. This
Right.
not. Ugh.
So here's my thing about it. The reason why I'm not totally into the headphone mix thing, not when it comes to Dolby Atmos, whole nother conversation, is because back in the day when I used to mix, I was mixing on HS5s, right? Straight up HS5s. I would mix. That cone, that 5-inch cone for my low end, is not big enough to reproduce the frequencies that are truly in my mix on the low end side.
Yeah.
When I bought a 10-inch sub, I would go, holy crap. That's the low end, not this kind of like high mid.
BS.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah.
So what I think is when it comes to hip hop music, R&B, like stuff that is really bass heavy, I feel like studio monitors are such a must, and
They're
a
very
sub
necessary.
is very important to me because, bro, it just can't reproduce those frequencies yet. Like headphones are think about it. Those drivers in the headphones, they're small, bro.
Not small.
You can't tell me that driver can really truly reproduce the sound of like just true warm bass, like hard sub 20 hertz frequencies. I look at frequency charts all the time with headphones and stuff, and it'll be like response 20 hertz to 20,000. I'm like, Yeah, okay.
okay.
What,
How
maybe.
true is that?
Yeah, you know who has a bass response that is very.
Accurate?
It feels accurate, but it feels like processing voodoo. Like it's like, how did y'all do that? Bose headphones,
Yeah.
Oh yes, no, they hit,
Bro.
Them,
they be rattling,
they be-
bro. Yeah, I had some.
Don't vibrate my ears. I don't like
Yeah,
that. Like,
I'm like, oh, I had some Q350s, Q350s, the noise cancellation. And I remember those were the headphones I would reference on. You used to have me and you both. And when I put those on, I would just be like rattle. If I hear the rattle, I was like, my bass is good.
and the Sony joints too. The fat ear Sony.
Yep. That
Yeah.
competes with the Boses. Yeah.
Some like really high end Sonys.
Yeah. They're
I
pretty
want to
good.
try some headphones. I think headphones might get to that tech.
Okay.
There's a possibility at this point. Like
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You haven't seen that website?
What?
This is so off topic. That website where you
Lower
type
has
in.
to travel though. It
Yeah.
does. For me, it has to travel.
What you call it? The website where you type in absolutely anything on Earth and it'll create that picture.
Oh, the AI
the
generated
AI
pictures,
generated
which is
pictures.
fucking scary, by the way.
As hell.
It's scary. A guy won a painting competition with it.
Off of that is scary.
Scary.
So,
OG.
long story short, that's what. So what I mean is, anything is possible at this point.
That's true.
Have you seen those headphones with the earbud inside that look
No.
weird?
Yeah.
There's a you seen those?
I know what you're talking about.
Where it's like those are pro headphones and it has like an
Over ear with the
earbud that goes
earbud
in your ear,
inside.
but it's also.
Ooh.
I'm telling you,
That sounds like an
it's
experience.
gonna get there.
Whoa, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, because if I go
Now
pop
that I'm
and
thinking
then
about
pop,
it-
I'm in another world.
No, but like you put on the headphone and it's attached,
that's
so
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
you
It's like
connect
pop,
that.
pop. It's like, yo, that would be nuts.
Don't compare. Don't put that with Dolby Atmos too, where it's like
That's gonna be OG. Spatial.
yo,
oh God.
this is so PG 18, 21, whatever.
Okay.
Shrooms with those headphones on
Oh
Dolby
my
Will
Atmos.
gosh,
kill
no
people.
drugs.
And I've never
over.
yeah, we
No
don't,
drugs.
We don't endorse
But
it, but
I-
this is
but
like,
yo,
we don't,
yo,
we don't endorse.
This is the music industry. Stop it. What I would
Y'all know
say
what's
is
up.
this: I haven't tried out Apple's headphones yet.
Yeah.
the new
The Dolby Atmos compatible, the new ones. They're Dolby Atmos.
brand new
so are
ones,
the
yeah.
pros. Oh, you
pros.
beat the Max.
The Max, yeah, the app. I don't know what they're called because
The
like,
AirPods Max.
There's like
AirPods
$600
Max.
AirPod Max. They're super expensive, but I've heard amazing things about them. But I just know this. This is what my point I want to make. When it comes to Dolby Atmos, right? 90% of people don't have a 7-speaker setup.
No, we
At
do
all.
not.
Probably even more than that. Don't have
Or
a
a
7-speaker
surround
setup.
sound.
We are doing Dolby Atmos straight up in headphones. Like most of us are doing it that don't have the pleasure of actually being in like a 7-point speaker system. Is it 7.1? 7.1. Most of us don't have that.
7.1.
So when I look at how music is shifting towards the Dolby Atmos stuff, spatial audio and stuff like that, I do see somewhat of a shift of more of a need for higher quality headphones coming.
Yep.
Because it's coming. Think about it. Our AirPods, bro, it's doing spatial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? How is and it's cool. It's a cool sound.
It's a
Head
good
track,
experience.
Yeah.
I just feel like we're trying to figure out why. Like, why do I want this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I feel like it's gonna lead to one of those things where it's like it's gonna get perfected to a certain extent,
Right.
and it's gonna get forgotten about.
Here's my thing. I think that they tried this before in the past, but this time I feel like there's way more applications for it.
Yeah.
VR. Like,
For
I just
sure.
feel like,
I'm about to say it can be implemented
Yeah.
into certain
It's-
things, but
it's
I don't
all
think
over
it's
the
like
phone, man.
because what I think it definitely appeals to. There's a lot of music fans that say I love this artist's live rendition of this song, and I think in my head I'm like, damn,
spatial. I want to hear that in spatial.
Yeah.
right? But then it's just like, is
Movies,
Apple then gonna
yeah.
have that live version of that song on the joint? Otherwise, am I just taking the regular version and turning on fixed spatial or headphone
Stereo,
awareness?
yeah.
But they,
And it's just
they
like,
got that
oh, okay.
application for live versions and things. You know what messed me up?
What?
Was when I turned on Netflix on my phone and that shit moved with me.
Yo, that is a
That got me
wild.
tired. I'm not gonna lie.
The head
I
track?
said,
Because
what is
it's
that?
talking to you.
Why do they, like with the binaural stuff, why do they want to do that? Like with head
Your guess
tracking?
is as good as
Concert
mine.
experience, a live experience.
Oh, a live
A
experience.
live experience. That's what it feels like to
still
me.
doesn't. It doesn't feel right. Like it
doesn't.
They haven't figured it out yet?
It's too literal. Because if if I'm walking down with the head track and I turn,
It's like, whoa. It's
my
abrupt.
whole record is on my left ear,
It's
bro.
abrupt. I
Yeah.
feel like it's abrupt.
It's not. It doesn't feel good.
I feel like it's gonna get better, and I feel like they are making
They
us
gonna
do
figure
it.
this out, yeah.
No, but they are. You know it. They're making us do. Like they're like, we need spatial and we need Dolby.
Shout out to Dolby.
OG.
I don't think we've ever mentioned them on the pod, but
Dolby.
talk about one of the most
Influential,
influential,
Pioneering.
important
in audio.
audio companies maybe the most.
Maybe
Double D's, boy.
They
need
might
to
be number one.
come in brand. Like, I need this. Come on
Maybe
here.
no, they
Let me
don't
see
care.
y'all.
They do not
They
care.
getting
Come
me.
sit on the
They
couch.
getting me, bro.
Come sit on the
Every
couch.
They hit
movie-
Apple. Apple said Apple Music. Apple said Logic. Apple said, "Oh, we gonna get y'all to fuck with
That's
us either
true.
way." Like they're they're the money. Like they
Dolby is Batman.
They pulled up to them.
If anything,
Dolby Atmos is Batman.
They
bro.
pull up to the front door just like, yo, we have Dre.
talking-
What else is it gonna take?
they're like, "Yo, we are not playing with y'all." Look,
What else?
we talking about Pro Tools is Michael Jordan and FL is LeBron.
Dolby.
They are Adam Silver.
Yes.
they're Dave Stern.
Dolby is definitely Adam Silver, bro.
They started the league.
That was good.
They
was
started
good.
the league. That's
Or,
fast.
Dolby-
or
yo.
they're at least the NBA logo or something. It's like, I don't know. Y'all are
If Dolby
something.
had a door, I pictured, and this is a shot.
Dolby
but it's
door
not a shot.
sounds hard.
No,
You know
it
it's
doesn't.
all
I
black.
picture it looking. No, I
metal.
picture it looking like Adobe Audition.
No, it would not. It would look so. It would
Dolby
be black.
door?
It would look like Batman.
A Dolby door would be fire.
It would be fire. I would look at it.
What?
At
You just
least.
look at it.
Yeah, I'll just be like,
I just want to look.
I don't
at
gotta
it.
record
Dolby
this.
buying Pro Tools will be a crazy.
That's not happening.
Yeah, it would never happen.
Avid is on a publicly
Shout
traded
out to
stock market.
Avid.
Shout out
That's
Avid.
a big
Hey,
deal.
right now we're recording on an Avid Studio inbox.
Shout out the Avid Studio inbox.
Was this a
Facts.
paid? Was this paid? Did I get a piece? Or
No, I wasn't
wasn't
paid for
paid?
it. They
Shout out
was
to-
gracious to
shout
give
out
me
to
one.
them.
I just want to say they actually gave me
Yeah.
one, which thank you. Shout out to my guy Garav. But
out
it's
to
great.
Garav.
I think it's great in podcast studios. I just wanted to mention that. This is the sound of it from podcast mics. I love that interface. I switched out our studio for
talk.
it. I won't say what we had before.
We want to start like. Don't be alarmed. We're gonna start testing some stuff out just so y'all can hear it. Just because y'all are consuming a podcast.
True.
So we want to. If we test a different mic, like there's a
Yeah.
mic I have in mind that I really want to try out. We're
We'll
just
do an
gonna.
episode with it.
There'll be demos. We're gonna be testing while giving this content. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That could be a whole different H&D like side. We could be
Man.
all right, yo. Here, like
We'll make content
test
on that
out.
stuff.
We'll test out when we
Yeah.
test out product. We'll be like, and this is a demo. If you want to hear the whole pod, check it
Yeah.
out. Like stuff like that.
Audio companies, if you guys want to send us stuff to try out, we can try it
Please
out on the
do.
pod.
I would try
Please
a
do.
Behringer mic, like just for an episode.
And that is
Please
all
do.
we have for today. This was the My Audio Nerds podcast. I want to say please comment, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure you rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really, really helps a lot. Please go rate it. It's in the link in the description right now, or if you're on the podcast platform, just do it right now. This has been our conversation basically on is headphones going to overtake speakers one day. I really hope you enjoyed the content. Again, comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, you guys.